Finals of this tournament. This afternoon it'll be the Great Bend Chiefs taking on the I-70 Bandits. Both of these teams are undefeated here in the tournament. They come in with 3-0 records. The I-70 Bandits are seeded number 1, and the Great Bend Chiefs are seeded number 5. The winner of this game goes on to the championship game, which will be a 6:40 game. The loser goes home with third place. It's been our pleasure to bring you these games. Please thank the sponsors because they're the ones that make it all possible. I'd like to mention to you that this afternoon, Great Bend is short one player this afternoon as Matthew Mater got sick and had to head back home. So Great Bend a little bit short-handed. For this semifinal game, on the mound for the Chiefs will be Steph Spray, and Brad Beck will be behind the plate. That will be your battery. Venture Corporation was founded by Orville Butch Spray in the 1970s with a small asphalt plant in Larned and has grown to become one of the largest asphalt contractors in Kansas. Today, Venture is a lot more than just asphalt paving, with over 150 employees, 4 portable plants, and production of over 900,000 tons of asphalt annually. Venture does everything from parking lots and running tracks to highways and interstates. Main goals are safety, quality, and efficiency. We focus on commitment to our employees and community. Venture Corporation will uphold these traditions today, tomorrow, and in the future. Venture Corporation reminds you to shop at home and help a neighbor. Also, the Field House, a premier athletic training facility. Join us for open gym, 8 a.m. to 1 p.m., Monday through Friday, only $5 per session. Basketball hoops, volleyball net, batting cages, pitching mounds, weights, and cardio equipment. At the Field House, they believe in only the highest standards of physical fitness training. The staff members at the Field House are actively enriching the lives of our members and creating a community of like-minded people who love being healthy and strong. Join the Field House to get access to our amazing trainers, group fitness classes, our community of fitness-focused individuals cheering you on, and state-of-the-art gym equipment and so much more. Get unlimited classes for only $65 per month. We're getting close to getting underway. 4:32 right now. Let's look at Steph Spray's pitching stats coming into this ball game. For the season, before coming into this tournament, for the season, he had pitched 14 innings in 3 games, 11 hits, 4 runs, 4 earned runs, 4 walks, 7 strikeouts, and 4 hit by pitch. He has an ERA of 2.00 and a WHIP of 1.071. Great Bend in this 4:30 game is going to be the visitors. The I-70 Bandits will be the home team. There are time limits on the game as well for those of you that may not know. The games are called after an hour and 50 minutes. Can't start a new inning after an hour and 45 minutes unless the game is tied, and then they'll put the last person out on second base and go from there. Again, we're glad to have you along listening to these Great Bend Chief broadcasts. Be sure to thank one of the many sponsors that you hear throughout the broadcast. Again, they are the ones that make it all possible for us to be bringing you Great Bend Chiefs baseball. Great Bend, again, has an 11-2 record. They are 3-0 here in this tournament, as they won earlier today, 10 o'clock game. First person up to bat is going to be Sage Kelch. Sage, the shortstop, will stand in to start the game. And he's going to be facing Cope on the mound for the I-70 Bandits. Kelch in the box. First pitch right across the outside corner, called strike. Sage pretty much looks at that first pitch, see what he's facing. This one's right down the boulevard. It's going to be fouled over the fence to the right. So no balls, 2 strikes on Kelch. Next up will be Jade Poe, and third batter up will be Paco Hernandez. Paco pitched a great game this morning. Here's the pitch, and it's taken between the third baseman and shortstop for a single. So Sage Kelch gets started off with a single. Again, that's going to bring up Poe, playing third base in this game. And on deck will be Paco Hernandez, who's covering first. Poe had a good game earlier today. He steps in, right-handed batter. Kelch at first, nobody down. There's the pitch, a little bit low. 1 ball, no strikes. Poe looks for the signal from the third base coach's box. Now we're ready. Cope, a left-handed pitcher, throws it to first, pickoff move. Back safely is Kelch. Out of the stretch, Cope brings it home. Grounded to the shortstop. They'll go to second for 1. Wheel back to first, overthrow, and Poe's going to go down to second base. So Kelch is out on the force out, and Jade Poe on a fielder's choice and advances to second base on the overthrow. So Great Bend has a runner at second. 1 down, brings up Paco Hernandez. Paco had a triple in the game this morning. Left-handed batter, steps in. Here's the pitch. He grounds it to first base. They'll toss to the pitcher to cover. And out at first is going to be Paco Hernandez. That'll be the second. That will be the second out of the inning. Jade Poe was able to advance to third. So with 2 outs, it's going to be Steph Spray, pitcher for Great Bend. He can help his cause right here. Spray. Here's the pitch outside. Ball 1. Haberman on third. Again, 2 outs. Top of the first, no score. Here's a pitch, cuts the outside corner. 1 ball, 1 strike. So the count even against Steph Spray. Cope, left-hander, brings it home. Fouled back. That'll take the count to 1-2. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Runner at third. Steph Spray at the plate. Cope out of the stretch. Here comes the pitch. That one's outside. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Good eye that time by Spray. Spray digs in. Cope again out of the stretch. Brings it inside, full count. Steph Spray digs in, fouls this one off the right-hand side. Count will remain full. Poe down at third base. Again out of the stretch. Cope brings it outside. Ball 4. So, Great Bend has 2 runners on base. Runners at the corners. That's going to bring up Gavin Haberman. Center fielder for the Chiefs. Two down here in the top of the first. Here's the pitch. Right down the middle, fouled back over us. No balls and a strike to Gavin Haberman. Chiefs looking to draw first blood. Haberman stands in. Quick throw over to first. Spray back in. Spray leads off first. Pitch outside. 1 ball, 1 strike. In the earlier game to advance to this one, Great Bend scored 2 in the first, 2 in the second, 1 in the third. Here's a pitch outside, and they ended up with no runs. And then in the very last inning, they scored 6 runs as they won by a score of 11-2. Two balls, 1 strike. Cope deals to the plate. Into right field. Right fielder going back. Gets turned around. It goes to the fence. That's going to score at least 1. Here comes the relay throw. They're going to take it over to third base. It's safe at third base. So a 2-run. Let's call it a. I'm going to call it a double. As I think the relay. No, you know what? We'll give him the benefit of the doubt. Gavin Haberman with a triple here in the first inning of play. And he knocks in Steph Spray and Jade Poe. There's still 2 outs. And Great Bend has a 2-0 lead. At the plate, Tyler Stolzatz takes a swing, doesn't connect. Cope, left-hander on the mound for the I-70 Bandits, brings it, high pop fly into shallow left field, and caught by the left fielder. So that's going to do it for the top half of the first inning as the Chiefs are able to draw first blood. They lead by a score of 2-0. Scott Mader and the Mader family take this opportunity to acknowledge the many athletes who represent the community well. These young men featured tonight are learning early that success comes with sacrifice and that there are great rewards for the diligent who work to the finish. Congratulations to the members of the American Legion baseball team and the athletes in other sports who represent our community year round. Scott Mater and the Mater family thank all of the parents who sacrifice time and energy every year to see that their children have the opportunity to compete at their sport or activity. This is building the future of our community by instilling leadership skills and life learning skills in the field, on the court, or in the auditorium. Support the young people of our community in all their worthy endeavors and thank the parents and the village that make it happen. Thank you, Scott Mater and family. Steph Spray, here in the bottom of the first, is going to face left-handed Caden Cope, a pitcher for the I-70 Bandits. First one's outside, ball one. Spray delivers this one. Diving stop by the first baseman. Gets it over just not quite in time. Great stop that time by Paco Hernandez. And Spray was just about one step behind the runner, so a single for Caden Cope. For the Bandits, that'll bring up Eli Regal. Regal will bat from the left side as well. It's out of the stretch. Here's the pitch. Outside, goes back to the backstop. Cope's going to get down to second base. So second base, nobody out. Single went to left center from Eli Regal. He stands at first base. Caden Cope will score on the play. So the score right now, 2-1, Great Bend. Tate Milton at bat. Takes it right back up the middle for a single. Rounding to going to third. Throw to third is going to be off the mark a little bit. So Tate Milton gets a single as well. 3 singles in a row. And runners at the corners. Nobody out. Robbie Keener, catcher, cleanup hitter. And in watching the Bandits in their earlier ball games, they had, as of yesterday, they had 19 runs and had only allowed 1. So a very good hitting team. Steph Spray on the mound brings it home. Blocked nicely by Beck. One ball, no strikes, nobody down. And runners at the corners. Keener at the plate. This one right across the outside corner evens the count at 1-1. Keener bats right-handed. Stepping off of the mound. Chasing the runner back is Spray. Here's the pitch outside. 2 balls and a strike. Runners at first and third. 1 run in. And nobody down. Spray brings the pitch right over the plate. That'll even the count out, 2-2. Keener, the catcher and cleanup hitter. Here's one, it's fouled off, out of play to the right. Glad to have you along this afternoon for this semifinal game. There's the pitch, popped up, left side, out of play. So Keener stays alive. 2 balls, 2 strikes to count. Nobody on, 1 run across, and runners at the corners. Here in the bottom of the first. Spray brings it. Outside, throw down to second. And easily making it is going to be Tate Milton. So 3 singles in a row have started this damage. There's the pitch. Driven to deep left field. Caught. Throw's going to come back in. That'll score a run. So it's going to be Eli Regal that scores the second run. Keener flies out to left fielder Stolzatz, and that's going to bring Carter Taplin to the plate. 1 down and a runner on second. Tie score 2-2 here in the bottom of the first. Pitch is fouled straight back. No balls and a strike. Carter Taplin batting in the 5th spot, 3rd baseman for the Bandits. Spray out of the stretch, brings it home. A little high and outside. 1 ball, 1 strike. Spray out of the stretch, outside. Two balls and no strikes. Runner at second, Taplin at the plate. Spray brings it outside, 3-0 the count. Chiefs were able to score 2 in the top of the first. The Bandits have been able to tie that so far here in the bottom of the first. There's a pitch, goes to center field. It's nice diving try by Haberman, but it comes out of his mitt. So a single for Carter Taplin. And that's going to be runners at the corners. That's 4 singles in the first 5 batters. We told you at the start of this broadcast that the Bandits had outscored their 2 opponents as of yesterday by a score of 19-1. So they have very capable bats. First pitch to Frazier is a called strike. Here comes the pitch. Just a little bit outside. 1 ball, 1 strike. And 1 out. Runners at the corners. Spray out of the stretch. Delivers the pitch right down the middle. Popped up. Caught by the center fielder, Haberman. And that's going to score a run. Tate Milton was able to tag up. It was deep enough for him to score. And Hayden Frazier with a fly out to center. Taplin still at first, 2 down. and it will be Cam Lebo, first baseman, coming to the plate. Three to two, Chiefs on the bottom end of the score here in the first. Steele down to second, and they got him. Nice throw that time by Beck to pick the runner off, taking second. So third out of the inning. It'll be Cam Lebo back up to start the next inning. Your score after one inning of play is the Bandits 3 and the Chiefs 2. Animal Medical Center, large or small, they care for them all. At AMC, they strive to provide our clients with the highest quality veterinary service possible through quality examinations, advanced and accurate diagnostics, and progressive medicine and surgery with compassionate care in a clean and very friendly environment. AMC offers full service small and large animal care, including vaccinations, spay and neuter surgeries, acupuncture, animal chiropractic, ultrasound diagnostics, surgical laser, and much, much more. The clinic offers retail products for pet care and nutrition and boasts a clean, open hospital environment. Listen for their monthly details. Here in the top of the second inning, it's going to be Brad Beck at the plate. Right-handed batter facing the left-handed pitcher. This one comes across the plate, outside corner. No balls and a strike. Beck digs back in. This pitch called a strike for the second pitch. No balls and two strikes. That ball's a little high, so 1 ball, 2 strikes to Brad Beck. See if he can get a rally started. Here comes the pitch. Down the middle, fouled straight back. So the count will remain the same. Beck with 1 ball, 2 strikes. Leading off here in the top of the second inning. Cope into the windup pitch, outside, evens the count, 2 balls, 2 strikes. There's a windup and pitch right down the middle, fouled off to the left side by Beck. The first 3 batters in this inning are Brad Beck, Joseph Mater, and Edwin Chavez. So Beck stays alive, 2-2. Nobody down, nobody on. This one comes down the middle. Beck stays alive. He foul tips it back to the screen. Top of the second, Chiefs trail 3-2. Here comes the pitch. Swing and a miss, and a strikeout by Cope as Beck goes down. That'll be the first out of the inning. Joseph Mater, right fielder, will step in. His first at-bat here in the game. Right-handed batter. Here's the pitch. Outside. Good eye by Joseph Mater. 1 ball, no strikes. Here's a wind up in the pitch. Swing and a miss. Count evens out. 1 ball, 1 strike. Mater digs in. Pitch comes in. Strike 2. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Here comes the pitch. Fouled back. Joseph Mater's able to stay alive. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Mater, right-handed batter. Cope, the pitcher, into the windup, and the pitch. Swing and a miss, a strikeout. So 2 strikeouts in a row for Cope, the pitcher for the Bandits. So 2 down, nobody on. It's going to bring up Edwin Chavez, second baseman for the Chiefs. Chavez steps in. Here comes the pitch. Driven out to left field. Left fielder misjudged it. It gets by him, rolls to the fence. Chavez is going to end up at second base. Chavez got good bat on it, but the left fielder misjudged it. So with 2 outs, the Chiefs have an opportunity. They've got Edwin Chavez down at second base, and that's going to bring up the top of the order, Sage Kelch. Kelch, shortstop for the Chiefs. Here's the pitch. Outside, ball 1. So 1 ball, no strikes to Sage Kelch. Chavez is at second base. There's 2 down. Here's the pitch outside. 2 balls, no strikes. Three to 2. Chiefs on the bottom side here in the top of the second. Out of the stretch, here comes the pitch. That one's called strike. 2 balls and a strike. Cope working out of the stretch. Kelch at the plate. Kelch calls timeout. So that'll be no pitch. Chavez down at second base. Be nice if Kelch could bring him home, tie this game up. Kelch steps in. Pitcher out of the stretch. Brings it home. Driven to the right side. It's going to be out of play. So we will remain 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. And Kelch at the plate. Here's a wind up in the pitch. That one inside, full count. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Kelch steps back in. Cope out of the stretch. Brings it home. Right down the middle. This ball goes into the hole between third and second. Chugging for home is Chavez, and he's going to make it. Down to second is going to be Kelch. So Sage Kelch gets it done here in the top of the second, as he got a single and stretched it to second on the throw home. Edwin Chavez scores. We got a tie ball game, 3-3. It's going to be Jade Poe coming up, second batter, third baseman. See if Poe can get the bat on it. Bring Kelch home. Out of the stretch, pitch is low, ball one. One ball, no strikes. Poe steps back in. Cope steps off the rubber, runs the runner, Sage Kelch, back to second base. Now Poe will step back in. There's the pitch, outside. 2 balls, no strikes. And the coach is going to come out and have a talk with his pitcher. Empire improvements and overhead doors for everything outside your home or business, top to bottom. Empire can help remodel your space and bring your vision to reality. For every project, Empire will provide free estimates, a project timeline, and quality workmanship. Core products and services are doors, windows, siding, roofing, guttering, and garage doors. Also, thank you to Eagle Tire, 10th and Main, and 10th and Kansas in Great Bend. Full-service tire dealer and automotive repair shop. See them for oil, lube, and filter service, as well as exhaust service. We thank all of our sponsors. We hope that you do too. Now the conversation's over with. We get back to play. Jade Poe is at the plate. Kelch is on second with 2 outs. Out of the stretch, Cope brings it home. Swing and a miss. 2 balls, 1 strike. Poe, right-handed batter, playing third base. Out of the stretch, here comes the pitch. Timeout's called, no pitch. So the Chiefs have been able to tie it up here in the top of the second. 3-3. Out of the stretch, here comes the pitch. Fouled back. That'll move the count to 2-2. Plus 2 out. Poe gets ready. Umpire's ready. Here comes the pitch. That one's high. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 out. Runner on second. Here in the top of the second. Cope brings it home. Swung on, fouled back to the right and out of play. So Poe stays alive. 2-2 the count. Here comes the pitch. Driven right back to the pitcher. The big lefty tosses to first base for the 3rd out. So that's going to do it here in the top of the second as the Chiefs tie the game back up by a score of 3-3. Zip Stop, all your convenience items at Zip Stop at 10th and Main and 10th and Grant in Great Bend and on Santa Fe and Ellenwood. Save money with every fuel purchase when you pay with cash. Also, Smith Supply. Smith Supply, LLC, is proud to serve the independent oil and gas operators of Mid-America and offers a full-service pump shop and after-hours accessibility. Call Smith Supply for oil, country tubular goods, artificial lift systems, downhole equipment, service equipment, and gas pumping engines. Thank you to those 2 sponsors. Steph Spray here in the Second inning is going to face Cam Lebo, Jordan Kell, as Lebo was at bat when the runner was caught stealing, so he'll be back up to the plate. Bats from the right-hand side. Start of the bottom of the second, tied up 3-3. Here's the pitch by Spray. Strike one. Well-placed pitch. Spray into the full windup, brings it home. That one's fouled off to the right, out of play. So very quickly, Steph Spray is ahead of the batter by an 0-2 count. Comes a windup and a pitch, fouled back against the screen. Cam Lebo keeps it alive. No balls, 2 strikes, nobody down. Spray brings it to the plate. Swing and a miss, strike 3. So a nice pitch that time by Stephen Spray as he gets Cam Lebo to swing and miss. Spray's first strikeout of the game. That's going to bring up Jordan Kell, the shortstop. 1 out. Here's the pitch. A little high. Ball 1. Spray out of the wind-up. Pitch, swing and a miss. Count even at 1 apiece. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. Stephen Spray, wind up in the pitch. That one they're going to say was a little bit high. 2 balls, 1 strike. Jordan Kell at the plate. Here's a pitch, just misses the outside corner. 3 balls and 1 strike. Wind up in the pitch. That one's high, so ball 4. Jordan Kell gets the walk. So with 1 down, that's going to bring up Colby Hartung. He's the extra hitter in this ball game. Spray will be working out of the stretch. Throws to first. Nice stop by Hernandez. Runner's back safely. Spray looks in. Brings it home. Knocked back to the pitcher. He knocks it down and gets the out at first base. So 1-3. Colby Hartung with the ground out. That's 2 outs. Runner was able to advance to second base. So with 2 down here in the bottom of the second, the I-70 Bandits have a runner at second base and Justin Welch at the plate. This one high and outside. Welch is the last batter here in the lineup. Spray brings it home. Called strike on the outside corner. 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 down. Spray out of the stretch. Lets it go. Cuts it right across the outside of the plate. Strike 2. So 1 ball, 2 strikes. The count on Justin Welch. Spray with a chance to get out of this inning with no damage. Brings the pitch right up the boulevards, popped up, right-hand side. Getting underneath it and making the catch is Joseph Mader out in right field. So 4 up and they get out of the walk. Your score, Chiefs 3 and the Bandits 3. Advanced therapy and sports medicine, get your life back. With 3 locations, Advanced Therapy and Sports Medicine can take care of you in Hayes, Larned, and Great Bend. Their focus with each patient is to go beyond simple symptom relief to provide targeted solutions that tackle the cause of your pain and or mobility issue. Combining a high level of patient care with a friendly and caring environment, we provide the targeted care you require to get back on your feet and start enjoying life again. Also, Eldred Fencing, decking, and outdoor cooking since 1994. At Eldridge Fencing, they take pride in doing the job in a timely, professional manner. They won't cut any corners, and the work speaks for itself. You can count on Eldridge to do quality installation work every time. Stop in or call to discuss your next project, located at 80 East 10th and at eldridgefencing.com. Again, we thank our sponsors. They're the ones that make it possible for us to be bringing you this broadcast. Right now, we've got a 3-3 ball game after 2 innings of play. And 3rd, 4th, and 5th hitters are going to be up for the Chiefs. Paco Hernandez lays down a bunt, left side of the plate, trying to beat it out, and just gets caught. So a nice try there by Paco, but the first out of the inning. That'll bring up Steph Spray, cleanup hitter for the Chiefs. He walked and scored in the first inning of play. This one, he drives right back up the middle. So a single for Steph Spray. Runner at first base. 1 out. And walking to the plate is Gavin Haberman. Haberman had a triple his first plate appearance. He got stranded over at third base. Haberman steps in, out of the stretch. Here comes the pitch, high. 1 ball, no strike. Pinch runner in for Spray at first, takes the lead. Out of the stretch, move back to first base, diving back in. Haberman looking down at the third base coach's box. Now he'll step in, heading the count. 1 ball, no strikes. Here's the pitch. Haberman drives it deep to left field, but this time the left fielder is able to haul it in. That was a nice deep ball for Gavin Haberman. However, it'll be a long out. Steph Spray was able to get a walk. So we've got a pinch runner at first base, 2 down. Tyler Stolzatz at the plate. Move back to first base, safely back. 2 down, 1 on. No count to Stolzatz. Here comes the pitch. Swing and a miss, strike one. No balls and a strike. 3-3 ball game. We're in the top of the third. Comes a pitch. And a pop up to second base is going to be the third out of the inning. So Tyler Stolzatz goes down. And the Chiefs go down without a score. And right now, we're going to go to the bottom of the third inning with the score tied 3-3. It'll be the top of the order coming up here in the bottom of the third inning for the I-70 Bandits. Again, Venture Corporation was founded by Butch Spray in the 1970s with a small asphalt plant in Larned and has grown to become one of the largest asphalt contractors in Kansas. Today, Venture is a lot more than just asphalt paving with over 150 employees, 4 portable plants, and production of over 900,000 tons of asphalt annually. Venture does everything from parking lots and running tracks to highways and interstates. The main goals are safety, quality, and efficiency. We focus on commitment to our employees and community. Venture Corporation will uphold these traditions today, tomorrow, and in the future. Venture Corporation reminds you to shop at home and help a neighbor. It'll be the top of the order here in the bottom of the third. Caden Cope, the pitcher. Left-handed pitcher, left-handed batter. And he will step in against Steph Spray. Wind up in the pitch. Driven down the left field line. And it's going to fall in. Fair ball. Rounding second. But being held with a double is going to be Caden Cope. That time Caden Cope just opened up and let it fly to left field. And Chiefs unable to catch up to it. That'll bring up Eli Regal, left-handed batter. Nice slow curve. Ball one. 1 ball, no strikes. Regal had a single his last time up. There's one across the outside, fouled off. 1 ball, 1 strike. Nobody down. In fact, in the first inning, it was 3 singles in a row to start the game, and all 3 of those players scored. Here comes one, outside, ball 2. 2 balls and a strike. Nobody out. Down at second is Caden Cope for the Bandits. Regal drives it to left field. That's going to score a run. Coming up with it, Stolzatz cut off by the third baseman. So Caden Cope with a single and a double in this game. He scored 2 runs, and the Bandits take a 4-3 lead here in the bottom of the third inning. Regal at first base. He's got 2 singles. And at the plate is Tate Milton. Milton from the left side drives it deep to center field. Diving for it is Haberman. He's going to throw it back to first. But back safely. Back safely is Regal. So a long fly out by Tate Milton. Haberman was able to chase that down, dove headlong, and came up with it. So 1 out here in the bottom of the third. Runner still at first base. Bandits with a 4-3 lead. Spray faces Keener. That pitch outside. Keener, his first time up, had a fly out. Spray looks in, working out of the stretch. There's the pitch. And it's a strike. Keener, the cleanup hitter, is also the I-70 Bandits catcher. Spray out of the stretch, brings it home. This one's driven to deep center field. Off of the wall. Haberman gets it back in. Throw to the plate. Run's going to score. So Robbie Keener with a double. And Eli Regal scores. So right now it's 5-3. Chiefs on the bottom end of the score here in the bottom of the third inning. Robbie Keener down at second base with only one out. Carter Taplin, fifth in the order, steps up. Spray working out of the stretch. A little high and outside. 1 ball, no strikes. Robbie Keener tagged that ball to dead center field and off of the wall. Taplin, spray to the plate. Misses just barely outside. 2 balls, no strikes. Ball comes out on the field. So we'll wait for that to be retrieved. Balls, no strikes to Taplin. Runner at second. 1 out. Here comes Spray to the plate. That one's right down the boulevard. 2 balls, 1 strike. And 1 out. 2-1 count. Spray deals it home. Fouled off the right side and out of play. So the count moves to 2-2. See if Spray can get him on this one. Spray brings a big old sweeping curve in there. They're going to say it was high. Full count. 3 balls, 2 strikes. 1 down, runner at second. There's one right across the outside corner. Call third strike. Second strikeout of the ball game for Steph Spray. That's going to bring up Hayden Frazier with 2 outs. 2 runs across. 5-3 score. The I-70 Bandits on top. Here comes a pitch from Spray across the outside corner. Strike 1. No balls. 1 strike and 2 outs. Frazier, a right-handed batter. Spray brings it home. A little high. 1 ball, 1 strike. Spray looks in. Now he'll bring it. High and outside. 2 balls and a strike. Winner of this game goes to the championship game at 6:40, and the loser of this game goes home. Spray out of the stretch, brings it high and outside. 3 balls, 1 strike. Both of these teams are 3-0 here in tournament play. There's a pitch, popped up, back and out of play. Both of these teams are 3-0 here in this tournament. The I-70 Bandits seeded number 1. Great Bend seeded number 5. Spray out of the stretch, 2-2 the count. Or 3-2 the count. And the pitch is going to walk him. So Hayden Frazier draws the walk, goes down to first base. Runners at first and second. Here in the bottom of the 3rd inning, 2 outs. Cam Lebo struck out his first time up. He's at the plate. There's a pitch that's high. 1 ball, no strikes. And that's going to bring Coach Beck out to talk things over. It's a shame that either one of these teams have to go home after this game, but both of them have played well up to this point. Coach Beck has a talk with Steph Spray. He'll head back to the dugout. Cam Lebo, 7th batter in the lineup, struck out his first time up there. 1 ball, no strikes, 2 outs. Runners at first and second. Spray brings it home. No swing, called strike. 1-1 the count. Spray out of the stretch. Right across the outside corner. 1 ball, 2 strikes. See if Spray can get him looking here a third or second time. There's a pitch. Fouled off, back behind us. Lebo stays alive. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 down. And again, runners at first and second. Spray working out of the stretch. Brings it home, call third. Missed call by me. 2 balls, 2 strikes. That one was very close. Right on the outside corner. Spray will dig back in. 2-2, 2 outs. Steps off the rubber. Runners will go back to their bases. Now we're back to play. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Steal of third. And they got him. That time, Steph was able to step off the rubber, fire it over to the third baseman, Poe, for the 3rd out. So 2 runs across. Here in the bottom of the 3rd, it's a 3-5 score. Cam Lebo, when he comes up in the next inning for the I-70 Bandits, will have the distinction of being at the plate for the start of the 1st inning. Actually, he will have the distinction of being at the plate twice when runners were picked off and he came back up to the plate to start the next inning. As we move to the top of the fourth, it's going to be Brad Beck at the plate, Joseph Mader, and Edwin Chavez. See if we can get a little rally going. Get a few of those runs back.
Yes, all day.
Beck steps in. Cope still on the mound. Brings the first pitch. Beck lays down a bunt. Good bunt. And throw to first base. They're going to say he's out. That was a very, very close play at first. Beck laid down a beautiful bunt. But it's going to be a ground out. 1-3. Joseph Mader will come up to the plate. Here comes the pitch. Mader drives it deep down the left side. Out of play. No balls, 1 strike. Wind up in the pitch. Low. That'll even out the count. 1 ball, 1 strike. And 1 out. Joseph Mader, right fielder for the Chiefs. Here comes the pitch. Fouled off, left side. 1 ball, 2 strikes. The next batter up will be Edwin Chavez, second baseman, who in his only at bat has a double. Mader steps in. Cope delivers a pitch. Again, fouled off left side. Count will remain at 1 ball, 2 strikes. And there is 1 out. Chiefs on the bottom end of the 5-3 score right now. We're in the top of the 4th inning. Comes the wind up and the pitch. Popped up, left-hand side. Shortstop calls for it, takes it in. So Mader with a fly out to shortstop. Second out of the inning. That's going to bring up Edwin Chavez with 2 out. Again, top of the 4th inning. Wind up in the pitch. Swing and a miss. No balls and a strike to Chavez. Out of the full windup. Driven to right field. Coming in on it, the right fielder. He can't get it. And taking second is going to be Chavez. He slides in there safely. So that was all hustle by Chavez. As the ball dropped in right field, Chavez just kept the motors going and was able to get down to second base. A little bit ahead of the throw. So runner on second with 2 outs. We go to the top of the order. Sage Kelch. Sage in this contest, 2 for 2 with 2 singles. Kelch steps in. Here comes the pitch. That one low and outside. 1 ball, no strikes. See if Kelch can bring Chavez in. Out of the stretch, here comes the pitch. Driven to the right side and foul. One ball and a strike. Kelch at the plate, leadoff hitter. Runner at second, that's Chavez. Here comes the pitch, This one outside. 2 balls and a strike. 2 down. Kelch steps back in. Cope, left-hander, works out of the stretch. Here comes the pitch. That time he dropped down to the side, and it came in low. 3 balls and a strike to count to Sage Kelch. Kelch looks out. Pitch comes in. He's ahead of it. Drives it foul down the left field line. Full count, 3 balls, 2 strikes, and 2 outs. Pitch to Kelch, outside, draws the walk. So Sage Kelch has been on 3 times in this ball game. 2 singles and a walk. He'll go down to first. Standing down at second is Edwin Chavez, and that's going to bring the number 2 hitter, Jade Poe, to the plate. First pitch comes in, called strike. No balls and a strike to Poe. Poe scored the first run for the Chiefs in this ball game. Here comes the pitch. And it's a grounder back to the pitcher, throw to first and out. So that will be the 3rd out of the inning. After 3.5 innings of play, we go to the bottom of the 4th. And your score is the Bandits 5 and the Chiefs 3. The Fieldhouse, a premier athletic training facility. Join us for open gym, 8 a.m. to 1 p.m. Monday through Friday, only $5 per session. Basketball hoops, volleyball net, batting cages and pitching mounds, weights and cardio equipment. At the Fieldhouse, they believe in only the highest standards of physical fitness training. The staff members at the Fieldhouse are actively enriching the lives of our members and creating a community of like-minded people who love being healthy and strong. Join the Fieldhouse to get access to our amazing trainers, group fitness classes, our community of fitness-focused individuals cheering you on, state-of-the-art gym equipment, and so much more. Get unlimited classes for only $65 a month at the Fieldhouse. Okay, it's going to be at the bottom of the 4th. And for the second time in this ball game, it's going to be Cam Lebo who comes to the plate in a really strange situation. First pitch is a strike. Cam Lebo was the guy at the plate 2 times in this ball game when runners were thrown out. So he came back up to the plate at the start of the next inning. Drive out to right field, caught. Joseph Mater with a nice catch right there. First out of the inning. Cam Lebo, a fly out to right field. Jordan Kell will come to the plate. Kell with a walk in this ball game. Spray with the pitch down the middle, popped up on the infield. Hernandez calls for it and takes it. So very quickly, 2 outs. Those 2 outs, a fly out to right field and a pop up to first base. With 2 outs, it'll be Colby Hartung, who's the extra hitter in this contest. Chiefs looking to keep from giving up a run here in this inning. Plenty of time left in this ball game. Hartung changes bats. Goes to the left side to face Spray. 2 down, nobody on. First pitch right down the middle. And low. Ball 1, no strikes. Spray bringing it home. Right down the middle and called strike. So 1-1 the count. 2 down. Wind up at the pitch. Low and outside. 2 balls and a strike. Here comes the pitch. Strike 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Spray delivers the pitch. Little outside. Full count. Hartung steps in, left side of the plate. Pitch right down the middle, grounded to first base. Taken by Paco Hernandez for the 3rd out.
Foul ball.
They did call it a foul ball. That thing looked to me like it went right over first base.
It was close.
So stepping back in, Hartung. Here comes the pitch. And he walks. So Colby Hartung, his first time on base. He'll be down at first base with 2 outs. Here in the bottom of the 4th, that'll bring up Justin Welch. Welch on his first trip up there flew out to right field. 5-3, the Bandits with a 2-run lead on the Chiefs. Here comes the first pitch, outside, ball 1. Spray working out of the stretch, brings it home, and the ball is a high pop fly. Center fielder in, Haberman takes it for the 3rd out. So a fly out to center field, and the Bandits don't score. So we're going to move to the top of the 5th inning. It's going to be pretty much the heart of the order for the Great Bend Chiefs. Is coming up here in the top of the 5th. It'll be Paco Hernandez, 3rd batter, Steph Spray, cleanup hitter, and Gavin Haberman. See if we can get the Chiefs rallied here. It's been a good ball game between these 2 teams. Tough to see that strike zone from back here. It'll be the top of the 5th, and again, we're going to be right in the heart of the order. Hernandez, Spray, and Haberman to see if they can get it started. And then Tyler Stolzatz, if those guys, any one of them get on. Hernandez, left-handed batter. He's had a fly out and also just barely caught at first base on a nice bunt. Left-hander steps into the box. Here comes the pitch. Driven to right field. That'll be a single. It's a nice piece of batting right there by Paco Hernandez. He gets his first hit of the ball game. So he's going to be at first base with nobody down. And that's going to bring up the cleanup hitter and pitcher, Steph Spray. Steph bats from the right side. facing the left-handed pitcher, Cope. Spray stands in. Runner goes back, swing and a miss. That time the pitcher made Paco think that he was coming back to first base. He brought it home. No balls and a strike on Spray. Spray steps in. Here comes the pitch. Drives it to the left-hand side. Third baseman. Over to second base. Safe. Wasn't sure if he was going to make it in there. The throw was off a little bit, but the second baseman dropped it anyway. So safe at second base is Paco Hernandez, and Steph Spray on what was a fielder's choice makes it down to first base. 2 runners on, first and second, nobody down for Gavin Haberman. Haberman has hit the ball hard. One was a triple, and one was a long fly ball to left field for an out. Haberman, right-handed batter, in the box. Pitch comes, called strike. No balls and a strike, nobody down. And the Chiefs threatening here in the top of the 5th inning. Haberman steps back into the box. Here comes the pitch. He lays down a bunt, back to the pitcher. Pitcher fumbles it, and just out at first base is Haberman. Pitcher dropped that one, and Haberman made it a contest there at the end. But the runners will move up, so it'll be runners at second and third. Haberman, that's the first out. Tyler Stolzatz, left fielder for the Chiefs, has an opportunity to tie this ball game up. Pinch runner in for Spray. Stolzatz looking for his first hit in the ball game. Takes it to the left-hand side to the third baseman. They go across the diamond for the out, but a run's going to score. Paco Hernandez is able to come home. Tyler Stolzatz was thrown out at first, so he represents the second out. That's going to bring up Brad Beck with a runner at third and 2 down. Chiefs back to within 1. Swing and a miss on the first pitch. Pinch runners down at third base. See if Beck can get a hit here and tie this ball game up. Pitch comes in, it's driven back to the shortstop. Comes up with, fires to first for the out. So the Chiefs get 1 run across, and they make this a 4-5 ball game. We move to the bottom of the 5th. And it's going to be the top of the order for the I-70 Bandits. Number 1, 2, and 3 hitters. As I mentioned before, both teams came into this contest with a 3-0 record in this tournament. The I-70 Bandits seeded number 1, Great Bend Chiefs seeded number 5. And the winner of this ball game moves on to the championship game. Whoever loses this contest is going to go home tied for third. Hope that Matthew Mader's feeling better. He played in the first game, but got ill and had to go home. So we hope that he's feeling better. Time could become a factor in this ball game. hopefully the Chiefs will be able to get 3 pretty quick outs. Again, it's going to be top of the order. Caden Cope, Eli Regal, and Tate Milton, the 1, 2, and 3 hitters. They've done the damage today. They've scored 5 runs. All 5 runs have come from the first 3 batters. Cope, left hand, side, outside, ball 1. So 1 ball, no strikes on Cope. Spray out of the full windup, a pitch, high, ball 2. 2-0 the count. First batter here in the 5th inning. Cope has a single and a double and scored 2 runs. Here comes ball 3. 3 balls, no strikes. Spray out of the full windup brings it home. Strike on the inside corner. 3 balls and a strike. Here comes the pitch. That one, fly ball to center field. Haberman chasing. It's going to be taken by the left fielder. So Stolzatz is able to get the first out on a fly ball to left field, and that's the first time that Caden Cope has been retired today. Nonetheless, 1 down. It'll be the second batter in the lineup, Eli Regal. He's got a couple of singles. First pitch is fouled off. No balls and a strike. He's got 2 singles and has scored 2 of the runs. This pitch a little bit outside, evens the count, 1 ball and 1 strike. Here comes the pitch. Ball. Stepping back in is Regal. Here comes the pitch. Three balls and a strike. Wind up in a pitch. Driven to the second baseman. Chavez takes it. Fires to first. Out. So for the first time in this ball game, the first 2 hitters for the Bandits did not get on base. First time they didn't get a hit. And those 2 batters have scored 4 of the 5 runs in this game. And that's going to bring up the third batter, Tate Milton. Tate has 1 hit and scored a run. So all of the production coming from the top of the lineup. Here's a pitch by Spray. Just misses. Ball 1. Spray brings it. Ball 2. 2 balls, no strikes. Milton steps back in. Comes the pitch. Outside. 3-0 the count. Spray being careful with Milton. Here comes the 3-0 pitch. That one fouled down the left-hand side, out of play. 3 balls and a strike. Spray out of the full windup brings this one home. Driven to the second baseman. Chavez takes it. Fires to Hernandez at first. 3 up and 3 down. So your score at the end of 5 innings is the Chiefs 4 and the Bandits 5. Top of the 6th inning for the Chiefs. It's going to be Joseph Mater, Edwin Chavez, and then back to the top of the order in Sage Kelch. Chiefs just looking for one run right now. Tie this thing back up. Closing in on an hour and a half of play, and the rule is that they will only go an hour and 50 minutes, and they won't start another inning after an hour and 45 minutes. So that 3 up and 3 down is good for the Chiefs. We'll see if Joseph Mater can get things started for the Chiefs. Is a new pitcher in the ball game. It's left fielder Tate Milton. He comes in for Caden Cope. Milton also a left-handed pitcher. Please be sure to thank one of the sponsors, or most of them if you see them. We appreciate their support, and it's because of them that you're able to listen to the ball game. New pitcher, Milton warming up. Looks like he's about ready to go. That one. Bouncing around out there. But it's also just the warm-up pitches.
Well, that's when I go down there. The fielders playing down there. They talk about that. I think they're playing down there. They may not be. I know probably. I don't know who to call. Yeah.
All right, the throw down to second. We're about ready to go. Joseph Mater here in the top of the 6th inning with an opportunity to get things started. Chiefs only trail by 1 run. Mater, right-handed batter, steps in. Milton, the new pitcher, delivers from the left side, right straight down the pipe, called strike, no balls and 1 strike. Nobody out here in the top of the 6th. Joseph Mater steps back in. Pitch comes in, fouls it off, back over the top of us, a little bit to the right. So no balls and 2 strikes to count on Joseph Mater. Pitcher looks in, out of the full windup, here comes the pitch. And Mater pops it up. Catcher dives for it, can't come up with it. He did come up with it. He dove headlong for that thing, and I didn't think that he had come up with it and caught it. And in fact, they're going to appeal it to the first base coach, and that's going to keep Joseph Mater alive. I didn't think that he had caught that ball, and Coach Beck appealed it to the first base umpire, who said that it was not caught. So Joseph Mater with another chance. No balls, 2 strikes, nobody out. Mater steps out. Here's a windup and a pitch. Low. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Joseph Mater, let's get something started here. Swing and a miss, strike 3. So Mater strikes out here at the top of the 6th inning. First out, that'll bring up Edwin Chavez. Chavez having a good ball game. He's got a double and a single and scored a run. Chavez, right-handed batter, steps in. Here comes the windup and the pitch. Strike right on the inside corner. No balls and a strike. Again, one down. Wind up, here comes the pitch. Chavez drives it out, short center field, and caught by the shortstop. That was a great, great catch. Shortstop was running away from the field and was able to catch it over his shoulder. So 2 outs here in the top of the 6th inning. We go to the top of the order, Sage Kelch. Kelch with 2 singles and a walk. And it's essential that he gets something started. Right now the Chiefs trail 5-4. Here's the first pitch to Kelch. Called strike. No balls, 1 strike. Wind up in the pitch from Milton. Fouled straight back by Kelch. He's down in the count. No balls, 2 strikes. Glad to have you along this afternoon. There's the windup and the pitch. Swing and a miss and a strikeout. Ball was dropped. They'll go to first for the out. So nothing goes across for the Chiefs here in the top of the 6th. And they trail by a score of 5-4. Coming up for the I-70 Bandits, it's going to be cleanup hitter Keener. So it'll be the 4, 5, and 6 batters. Okay, coach for the I-70 Bandits comes out onto the field. He's having a discussion with the umpires. Coach Beck could come out there and they could hear it in stereo. All right. Bottom of the 6th coming up. It'll be Keener, Taplin, Frazier, 4, 5, and 6 hitters. Essential for the Chiefs to get 3 up and 3 down pretty quickly and take their chances in the 7th inning. Keener in this ball game had a double. He also was tagged out. First pitch, a ball, 1 ball, no strikes. Wind up in the pitch from Spray right down the middle. And a diving play by the shortstop, Kelch. It was a nice line drive, but Kelch said, no, no, no. Stretches out for that one, gets the first out. So 1 down. Brings up Taplin. He's got a single and a strikeout. Spray, a little high on the pitch. 1 ball, no strikes. Into the windup. Spray delivers the pitch. It's going to be grounded to shortstop. Kelch fires across the diamond. Hernandez gets it in time. 2nd out. So Kelch is pretty busy this bottom of the 6th inning. And that's going to bring up Hayden Frazier. Frazier with a walk, the only time he reached base. 2 down. Spray on the mound. Pitch comes in a little high. No balls and a strike. 2 outs. 5-4. Bandits. There's one that's fouled off. 1-1. Bandits down by one, or the Chiefs down by 1 run to the I-70 Bandits. Need a quick out right here. Spray brings it home. That one's a strike. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Here comes the windup in the pitch. Tagged out to left center field. Stolzatz fires it back in. That thing fell in there. So a long single for Hayden Frazier. He's at first base with 2 down. And that's going to bring up Cam Lebo. Lebo with a strikeout and a fly out to right field. Here's the first pitch outside, ball 1. Lebo steps back in. Spray out of the stretch. Grounded to shortstop. Shortstop goes to second base for the out. So Kelt's very busy in that inning. He figured into all 3 outs. As we're going to go to the top of the 7th inning. Your score is 4-5. Chiefs on the downside. Scott Mater and the Mater family take this opportunity to acknowledge the many athletes who represent the community well. These young men featured tonight are learning early that success comes with sacrifice and that there are great rewards for the diligent who work to the finish. Congratulations to the members of the American Legion baseball team and the athletes in other sports who represent our community year-round. Scott Mater and the Mater family thank all the parents who sacrifice time and energy every year to see that their children have the opportunity to compete at their sport or activity. This is building the future of our community by instilling leadership skills and life learning lessons in the field, on the court, or in the auditorium. Support the young people of our community in all of their worthy endeavors and thank the parents and the village that make it happen. So we go to the top of the 7th inning, and it's going to be the top of the order. Actually, it's going to be the second. It'll be Poe, and then Hernandez, and then Spray, numbers 2, 3, and 4. So the 2, 3, and 4 hitters need to get it done. This is it, unless it's tied up. The Chiefs need to rally for at least 1. Poe steps in. Here comes the pitch. Strike on the outside corner. No balls and a strike. Nobody down. Poe's looking for a hit. That one outside. 1 ball, 1 strike. Here comes the windup in the pitch. Called strike. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Nobody out. Poe into the box. Here comes the windup in the pitch. Low and outside. 2 balls, 2 strikes. And nobody out. This is the top of the 7th inning. Time for that rally. Jade Poe get it started. Comes the pitch. Swing, driven to shortstop. Fires it across the diamond. They're able to just barely get Poe at first base for the first out here in the top of the seventh. That one goes 6-3. That's going to bring up Paco Hernandez. Paco, his last time up with a single and scored a run to close the gap. We need something from Paco. We need a run across. Paco steps in, swings, goes off the left-hand side. Slow roller. No balls, one strike, and one down. Hernandez is going to step back in, down in the count. No balls and a strike. Here's the pitch. Called second strike. No balls, two strikes. Hernandez looks out. Here it comes. Driven to right. Just foul. That thing was about a 1 or 2 bouncer to the fence. So Paco will still stay up there. Be nice for him to find a gap with that one. No balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Top of the seventh. 5-4. I-70 Bandits leading the Chiefs. So this is it for the Chiefs. Pitch comes in, hits the ground, 2 balls, 2 strikes. When I say this is it for the Chiefs, they've got to score a run here or this game will be over with. One ball, 2 strikes. Hernandez steps out. Now he'll step back in, left side. Milton, the new pitcher, into the windup. Brings it home. Driven foul down the third baseline. Hernandez stays alive. Paco Hernandez steps back in. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Here comes the pitch. And he drives it in the gap between third base and shortstop. So Paco has his second single in a row. Nice bit of batting right there by Paco Hernandez. That's going to bring up Steph Spray, cleanup hitter, with an opportunity to help himself out. 1 down here in the top of the 7th inning. Runner at first for the Chiefs. Spray at the plate. Milton will work out of the stretch this time. Here comes the pitch. And a line drive to third base and doubles off Hernandez. That's the 3rd out of the ball game, and that's going to be the ball game. So your final score is the Chiefs drop a tough one by a score of 5-4 against a very, very good I-70 Bandits team. Both of these teams came in undefeated, and the Chiefs make it a game, but they fall in this ball game. So that means that the I-70 Bandits are going to move on to the finals in a 6:40 ball game tonight. And the Great Bend Chiefs will be headed for home with a 3rd place finish in this tournament. Chiefs looked really good throughout all of these ball games. They took care of business. In the first one, they won 3-1. The second game, they won by a score of 10-3. And then earlier today, they were able to pull off the victory to advance to this game. So a tough loss for the Great Bend Chiefs. I'd like to thank all of our sponsors, Venture Corporation, the Field House, Scott Mater, Animal Medical Center, Empire Improvements, and Overhead Doors, Eagle Tire, Zip Stop, Smith Supply, Advanced Therapy, and Sports Medicine, and Eldridge Fencing. I'm Tim Gross. It's been our pleasure to bring these games to you. We hope that you've enjoyed them. And that's going to do it as the Chiefs drop a tough one by a score of 5-4. Be safe out there and have a great night.